Hi, we're going to do a review of the HBM2280 multi-process machine. We're going to be doing the Mig process today, and I'm just going to cover some of the functions with this machine. This machine will do aluminum as it comes. It comes with a Teflon liner, but currently I have the steel liner in there. And it is a synergistic machine, which means that you could put it into Mig Syn and it will select the approximate values for everything depending on what wire size you're using and the thickness of the metal and what type of gas you're using. So for Mig Mode, you can use either argon, CO2, 75-25%, or even just CO2 straight, and it has a setting for that. So let's just get into this a little bit. This is the main menu. It has TIG, MMA, MIG manual, which you could set everything manually, or MIG synergistic. So we'll just click on MIG synergistic, and it tells you how to hook up your cables on the front. So down here on the right hand side is your ground cable, and there is a power cable that comes out that you plug into the plus, and then you plug your MIG welders cable into this round part here. And this is a European style MIG gun that comes with it. So you can buy these on eBay, on Amazon. They're relatively cheap. You don't have to worry about not finding parts for it. So that's your first. You push this button here, it goes to the next step, and it says, okay, what do you want to weld? Do you want to weld Fe, which is iron, steel, stainless steel, aluminum, flux core, and Cu, Si, Cu, Ai. I think that's copper, but I'm not sure. I haven't welded anything with that yet. So we're going to pick Fe, and then it asks you whether you want to use mixed gas or CO2. So we're going to go with mixed gas, and then here's the different welding wire diameters that you could use. You could use 0.6 millimeters, 0.8 millimeters, 0.9 millimeters, or 1 millimeter wire. And the wire that you can put in here, you can go up to 11-pound spool, and I'll show you that later. So we're just gonna, for fun, since I have in there 0.8 or 0.030 inches, we'll choose that one. Then it asks you if you want 2T or 4T. If you're not familiar, 2T is regular. You pull the trigger, you let it go. It starts and stops. 4T is you pull the trigger, you let it go, and it keeps on welding until you pull the trigger and let it go again. Then this comes up with a screen that asks what size thickness of metal you're going to be using. So, and it goes according to what size spool wire you're using. So right now with 0.030 wire, it says that it will do 0.7 millimeters to 2.8 millimeter thickness. Now that's not saying that it can't go lower or it can't go higher, but that's just where it's going to give you some kind of approximation. Okay, so we press this, and then it comes up and it tells you everything that you pick. So it's going to run at 2.8 meters per minute for the wire speed, and the voltage is 21.5 volts, and the inductance is set at a 3. Now I have this plugged into 110. You can run this at 220. If you do it at 220, the settings might be a little bit different. but currently that's the way it's set. So down in here, it'll tell you that you're running 2T or 2T mode, you're running mixed gas, you're running material FE, the material diameter for the wire is 0.8 millimeters, and the thickness of the metal that you're welding is 2.8. So on here you could see that there is a red line here, and this will adjust the wire feed, this will adjust the voltage, and this will adjust the inductance. So you can see that the minimum or the wire speed is 8.2, and it has a white line, but you could adjust this, and it was set at 8.2, but it says it thinks that the max you should go is 9.3 and the lowest you should go is 7.3. Okay, but you could actually go into the red and go down as much as you want. It goes all the way down to 1.5 meters per minute. Okay, so this machine gives you the capability of really customizing the way that you want to weld. The same with the voltage here. You know, it has it at 21.5 volts, and it says you could go down to 19.6 volts. Okay, but you could actually go down even lower than that. You can go all the way down to 1.5 volts. But it shows you, you know, the red is where, you know, you shouldn't be, and the white is approximation of where you should be. And that, the white goes anywhere from 19.6 volts all the way up to 23 volts. Okay, I think it was 21.5 it was set at. So I just wanted to cover that. The same thing with inductance. Now I don't know why it's set at 3, because it says here actually it should be 1 or 2. Once you go into the red, then it changes the numbers to red. But that doesn't mean you can't run it in that area. You can, but it might be too cold or too hot. Okay, so that's the basic function of this. Then all you need to do is pull the trigger. You know, hook up the gas, hook up your ground, and run with your MIG gun. Okay, so that's just covering what the machine basic function is and how easy it is to use and all the different settings you could use just for MIG. Okay, we're gonna MIG weld some leaf spring steel. It's 8 millimeters thick, and I'm going to be running with 23.5 volts, 15.2 meters per minute, and inductance of 4. HBM2280 with the 0.030 wire that I have doesn't go up to 8, it goes up to 4.8 millimeters, but we're going to give it a try and see if it'll work. So let's see what we can do here, and see how it goes. Let me just tap it first. First I better adjust my helmet. Okay, let's just give it a try. That seems to have worked pretty good. So that's what it's looking like. Let me try on the back side. Move a little quicker. I think it's puddling up there because I'm going too slow. Let's see how it's looking. Okay. Now this is rusty metal. And it seems like it is sticking it pretty darn good. So this side here I went a little quicker, didn't lay down as much. Let me try putting a little bit more right below it. I would say that's doing pretty good. So that's pretty thick metal, no steel, and it is definitely penetrating. Hopefully you can see that okay.